Hi folks, I'm going to talk a little bit about philosophy of making music and basically any piece of art. It's very basic talk, and it's my own method anyway. It's my own approach, so I don't pretend to make it universal, but for me it's universal. So I will simplify it like there are two methods or two approaches of making any piece of art or piece of music in that sense. And one will be kind of a mathematical or mechanical. So in this method, everything is calculated and done by using all kind of formulas and laws. In music in particular, it will be laws of harmony, harmony of certain periods like Renaissance music or Baroque music harmony, classical harmony, and few modern ones and so on. And certainly there are more other technical aspects, and these harmonies, they have sometimes quite a different views of these subjects itself. So Renaissance harmony, I would say, will be quite different from from Schoenberg or something modern. Anyway, it's the first method. And the second method, I will name it intuitive or sensual or impressionistic. So it's one which I follow most of the time, and in this method, the artist will follow his or her inspiration of a particular moment, and will express it in piece of art, and express feelings, emotions, different ideas, and reflections of this particular moment, particular mood, a particular subject. Maybe it will be inspired by nature, etc. So, like I say, I follow the second method most of the time. But I also believe that the second method can only work only and after you will make yourself familiar, more than familiar, I would say, almost studying and immersing yourself in all existing laws of music harmony and different periods and technical possibilities connected with it and with all other technical things. So you can't have impressionistic method without actually you can certainly you can express yourself in one or two notes, but it just will be kind of a pretty primitive way to do it. But yeah, you can do whatever you want, but from my point of view it would not be enough. It would not be like if you want to create a beautiful piece of art which will reflect all kind of things, when you need to study different things and to be familiar with it. So there are several directions also in the music field which often never come together or never cross path of each other. I'm talking about for example academical music, orchestras, classical music, classical musicians. And very often they would never go to folk music, rock music. I've met quite a few classical musicians who cannot improvise at all, be perfect as a violinist or whatever. They work in orchestras and they do their parts absolutely brilliantly. But if they need to do something free, to express themselves freely, they lost. Even they know all kind of scales and everything, they can't improvise. It is fine. We're able to do what is necessary for them to do, and it's good enough, I guess, for them and for what we're doing. Other artists, they concentrate on rock music or folk music or jazz music, and it's also very, very deep subjects with many nuanced and particular techniques which has to be studied for a long time, quite complicated. And sometimes these people also do not cross to other areas of music and just dwell in this particular world of jazz, or I don't know, world of rock or folk. So it's all fine. But I think for creating artists who create music more than he performed, so for a composer, from my point of view, the best to be familiar with as much as possible. So it's great if you can immerse yourself in different styles and to listen all kind of music and to get different techniques. And also, it's not just the styles; it's a huge different cultures of different civilizations, like European cultures, Indian music culture, Chinese, Japanese, Arabic, Persian, and many others. So it is very important to become familiar with all of them and to listen, and this way to be familiar with them as much as our lifetime permits, because our lifetime is certainly limited, unfortunately. But we live now in such a great time too. We have all kind of possibilities which never happened before, because information is available on internet. We can listen music almost any time. We have all kind of devices, and we can combine listening music with something else, so we can use our time very wisely in this sense. And to listen the different type of music and style of music and different culture of music, it is a way of kind of studying it, because when one will listen to this music, our brain, not collective brain, but I mean the personal brain of this person who will listen, will analyze and memorize different aspects and parts of music and structures and technical aspects subconsciously. Even if you think it's just listening, it's if you have good abilities and good memories, it will be imprinted in some way in your mind. As long, certainly, if you have certain capacities to do it. Certainly it is possible to develop and to improve capacities, and for that we go to different schools and can do different things. Certainly it's a big subject for other talks, but it's quite a long process, and I cannot say that it will be sufficient just for anybody. In a way, it's some kind of a predetermined thing. So it depends not from us, but just how lucky we are with what we receive from Mother Nature. So anyway, it will be a subject for another talk. I just will summarize. So it's two things, two approaches for the music. One is more mathematical or mechanical. Everything is calculated, everything prepared, and the second one is more like intuitive or impressionistic, when you just express yourself for the moment. Certainly you have to base your expression and inspiration on the knowledge of different techniques and so on, but subconsciously you don't have to calculate it at the moment. You don't do it like that. At least I just share my experience. That's how I do it. So thank you for listening. See you next time.